never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win at life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Look at me. I've gone Amish. What happened? Holy shit. Okay. Anyway, I've got a scarf over my head to cover the headphones, you know. I've got a full dress and a full jacket on. I need to lose some weight though. I'm on my way. Okay, I wanted to ask Timmy, what the hell? Keto, or trying to go towards keto, and this urethylene is just quite amazing. Very, very good. Anyway, hello Deb, how you going? Kai, how you going? Out to lunch, how you going? Who else we got? Sherry, how you going? Shannon, how you going? Is my mic loud enough? Kai, how you going? Who else have we got in here? I know we got, oh, there you go, it jumped already. There you go. I said George, didn't I? Did I? How you going, George? J1. Timmy. Lucette, how you going? Okay, did I say hello, Sherry? Stu, how you going? Oh, Dealey, how you going? Del, how you going? Stu, did I say Stu already? Hang on, there's a couple of Stews here. Paranormal Oz, how you going? You love the outfit, Alex? Isn't it lovely? Is it cold, Hev? It is a little bit, but not too bad. Deb says I look sweet. Thank you. I'm trying to go Amish. Yeah, it's not going to work when I have to go out and feed the chooks, but you know. Del said Hitler's birthday tomorrow, just saying. I know, as it's mine also. Oh, happy birthday, Del, for tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday for tomorrow. How you going, Paul? That's good. Okay. I'm winging it today because I've been too busy doing this shit to look at the news. Okay, but anyway, we'll have a look. We'll see what's going on. We've got to call him with Timmy on Rumble today, I hope. Okay, where am I going here? I'll show you the screen in a minute as soon as I get it up there. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of very inspirational videos. Oh, I'll show you at the end. And yesterday's video was blocked partially around the world. I don't know. I played a couple of video shorts, YouTube shorts, and reacted to them, sort of, showing people. And the songs in it, not allowed. So I have appealed it, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on out there. Okay, I've even got my little cigarette holder. Trying to be a little bit elegant, so I might not swear, okay? The clothes make a difference, believe me. I believe we have to bring this type of stuff back. The way of dressing, modestly. Okay, what's this? Joyce Aline, I don't know which side this is on, mind you. I'm just going through my search, okay? I suspect this is going to show up in a variety of court pleadings. Whoever thought this was cute at the time may be less giddy when this becomes evidence of intent to disobey an order. Which order? Fixed it for you, New York Times. Oh, and by the way, Chris Van Hollen is not coming back. Okay, this has got to do with Chris Van Hollen going over to try and release the MS-13 gang member from El Salvador prison. Good luck, mate. Good luck. What was that one? Eagles, okay. John, B-R-D-A, brother. Hey, brother. How you going? Doge conduct forensic audit of MMTLP share count for investor transparency. Sign the petition. For what? What's an MMTLP? Just in, Hashkey Capital announces launch of Asia's first XRP tracker fund with Ripple as early investor. Okay. The day our elected officials hid the efficacy of certain thing, it confirmed they would kill us to beat President Trump. Wow, okay. I agree, though. Okay, Conor McGregor, what's he doing? Inevitable West said breaking Conor McGregor issues warning to the political elite. There's nowhere for you to go. You will not destroy Ireland and be free to walk away. That's a fact. Ooh, go after him. Go get him, mate. Matt Barry, our universities hosting 14% of global international students, hogging up to 25% of rentals, watching half vanish on arrival, providing tax sham exemption and somehow still losing money. Vets and Elikos are even worse. Like they're obviously I'm making words out of letters. We send them 12,000 and host 1.1 million. Numbers need to be cut 90%. Nay, Sparky said, how can we have more international students than we've ever had in history? And unis are still losing money. Seems like a poorly run business. Wow. Hundreds of jobs are expected to be slashed at some of Sydney's biggest universities as the institutions embark on radical cost-cutting measures amid major budget shortfalls. Yeah, I'd like to know how they're doing it. Is that because Trump cut off USAID? Because you know they were going to support universities to fund their far-left agenda? I think so. Okay, good one, mate. Let's repost that one. What's news? This was too crazy not to share. I honestly haven't seen much good come from the rise of female officers within the police force. They either outright power trip or stand on the sidelines when dealing with serious situations. This woman should be fired immediately. What did she do? Hang on a sec, I've got to check my volume before playing it. What's she done?
Get out of my fucking face!
Oh!
Get out of my fucking face!
Oh!
Get out of my fucking face.
Wow. Okay, that context does matter. Okay, this is in Australia, at Potts Point in Sydney, I believe. This guy was just trying to get her name and her badge number with his video, with his camera, walking in front of her, obviously, but she pepper sprayed him. Shouldn't be on the front line. I'm sorry. And look, if I'm more a merit person. If you can do it, yeah, go. If you can lift men, right, in case you need to lift one of your team members out of danger or something, if you can do that, fine. But if you can't, even including men, right, if you can't lift another man, don't do it. You got to be strong. Which goes to the videos I've been watching. Oh, my God. Anyway, okay. And there's giants too. Where the hell did they come from? Okay, Chris Mate said Ramadan receives a dated and signed full-page letter grovelling over the importance of Islam to Australia. Meanwhile, Easter gets an iPhone photo, some emojis and well wishes from a dog. Shockingly predictable. Anthony Albanese said Happy Easter weekend from Toto and Toby. Up yours, Albanese. Okay, and Wokeness said Kilmar Abrego Garcia's wife freezes and refuses to answer questions. Refuses to answer why she asked for a protective order against him in 2021. Oh, what's going on here?
I have to ask it. You did take out a temporary order of protection against your husband in 2021. Were you in fear of your husband?
Husband is alive. That's all I can say.
I can't say anything because he's alive, it sounds like she's saying. Sorry. That's what it sounds like to me. She doesn't want to say it. He's still alive. She's scared of him or something. I think she might be, you know. Okay, Herald Sun said Liberal MP Maura Deeming has been given a huge promotion and direct line leader to leader Brad Batten in a move that has infuriated some colleagues. Well, Maura Deeming should be up there in Liberal. She's one of the good ones, guys. Okay, Pierre Poliev. Shit, Hev, get it right. Watch Pierre Poliev says Canada should continue supporting Ukraine to protect their sovereignty. Canada sounds like Australia. Got the same kind of problems here. I'm not going to read their posts. Ian Yeager said this dude literally outsmarted the entire Democrat Party. How did he do that? Can you tell me why, though? Oh, Bukele, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay, why would you even do that on Good Friday? Good Friday in Sydney, Australia, an Islamic prayer service is taking place in Prince Alfred Square. This does not belong in this country. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I'm supposed to be not swearing. Shh, you didn't hear that, okay? Get out of here. This is Easter. It's a Christian holiday. Go away. Savage said, proved it right again tonight. I'm a total retard. This is the one of the Canadian politicians. God knows why he's a Canadian politician. Shouldn't you be an Indian politician or wherever Okay, Ron Dunn said Labor has preferenced the Australia-hating anti-Semitic Greens in electorates all over Australia. So much for Albo's lies about not going with the Greens. Did you expect any different? Oh, my God. We can't have bagpipes for Anzac Day. That sucks. Okay. I'm trying to be a lady here, guys. It's not working when I read the news. Mark PG said 5 Muslims, the religion of peace, bashed 2 children with a baseball bat and kidnap and kill their mother by burning her alive in a car. Sydney, not Iran or Syria, has all the earmarks of an honour killing. Burke and Albanese will flood the country with 1 million of them next term. They will. Okay, I'm getting a whole lot about, let's have a look at a search I'm sure that's what I was looking at. Okay, Epstein's on the way up. What's going on? Let the dogs loose. Alex Jones calls on President Trump to bring DNI Tulsi Gabbard into the FBI to expedite the release of the Epstein files. Let's go. Wall Street Ape said Harvard University gave Jeff Epstein an office after he was convicted of having sex with underage children. After. Harvard University. After. Joe Rogan said Harvard University said Friday that convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein donated more than $9 million to the university over the course of a decade and had an office on campus after his 2006 arrest. So that means they gave him that at Harvard after he'd been arrested for tampering with underage girls. Guest had an office. Joe Rogan said, yeah, up until 2018 still had an office there. That's quite old, but here's the thing. He had a lot of scientists that he was tight with, and that was one of the things that he did, was bringing these scientists to that island, and he would have young girls on that island. But, like, that's the end goal. What's the end goal there? This is what I don't understand. What? Blackmail. And what's really crazy is Ghislaine Maxwell, she's in minimum security prison. She's allowed to do yoga. She's allowed to hang out and watch TV. She can watch Netflix. The list has not been released, like there's a fucking list, and this is not a mystery. Harvard loves Epstein. Mossad or CIA, or both. Double spies, have you ever heard of them? Yeah. Pericles the Great? Sorry, I can't pronounce that. When did the Epstein arrests begin? Not one single person who was paid to sexually assault children on Epstein Island has been arrested. Repost if you want these rapists put behind bars. I'm trying to be very careful here. It's not going to work. I don't have a filter between the brain and the mouth. Oh dear. Billy Baldwin said 2 questions. Where is Epstein list? We don't. Why don't we know anything about the guy that shot Trump? Yeah, that's a good question too. Okay, so it's just everyone asking for the Epstein list. That's what that is. Autism's on its way up. I mean, both literally and figuratively. Okay. It is what I'm going through. A lot of it's Australian because I'm in Australia. Okay. Look, let's go over to the Gateway Pundit for a bit. I'll read a couple of them. And just make sure I refresh it. There you go. Just in, Hegseth Chief of Staff to leave his role amid shake-up at Pentagon after leaks probe. Hang on. Is Hegseth leaving? Is that what is happening? No, Joe Casper is leaving his role amid a shake-up at the Pentagon after a probe into the leaks. There you go. Lucky I opened that because I thought for a minute Pete Hegseth was leaving. Earlier this week, an advisor to Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth was put on leave for leaking. Dan Caldwell, who was also part of the Mike Walls Houthi Signal chat group, was escorted out of the Pentagon on Tuesday for an unauthorised disclosure, according to Reuters. Deputy Chief of Staff Darren Selnick and Colin Carroll, Chief of Staff to Deputy Secretary of Defence Stephen Feinberg, were also placed on leave and escorted out of the Pentagon. Ooh. Joe Casper reportedly had a deep vendetta against the 3 men who parted ways. Casper spearheaded the probe into the leaks to reporters. This is not about interpersonal conflict, a Pentagon official told Fox News. There's evidence of leaking. This is about unauthorised disclosures up to and including classified information. So there you go. Very interesting. Liberal Supreme Court Justice Kagan denies emergency appeal to stop deportation of illegal alien family from Mexico. The press ushered out of White House during Dr. Oz's swearing-in ceremony with Trump. Possible medical emergency. Oh, was it this little girl? ceremony began as planned, with President Trump delivering brief remarks alongside Dr. Oz and other officials. Midway through the event, the press was rushed out of the room. In a video of the incident, it appeared that the young girl may have been suffering a medical emergency. So they got everyone out of there. Details about what happened during the swearing-in event are scarce, as no official White House press release or reporter in the room has provided information at the time of publishing. Interesting. Always wonder what else is going on, you know what I mean? Tragic loving Alabama father and husband dies after deranged man with a hatchet savagely attacks him in Arizona. Sign the petition. Ed Martin needs our help. Let Congress and Republicans know you support Ed Martin for D.C. U.S. Attorney. 7 reasons Bitcoin may be a brilliant choice for cash or retirement investing. If you had bought it when it was like $300 a Bitcoin. Tariffs, prices and policy, how Trump's trade strategy impacts the US and China. I think it's going to affect China more than the US. President Trump has imposed steep tariffs on Chinese imports with the dual goal of reducing China's export volume and encouraging investment in manufacturing in the United States. The basic idea is straightforward. If imported goods from China become too expensive due to tariffs, manufacturers will be incentivized to relocate production to the USA. I said that. And new domestic companies will emerge to offer similar products at competitive prices, cheaper than the cost of Chinese goods, plus the added tariffs. At the same time, President Trump acknowledges that these tariffs will generate substantial revenue for the US government. Despite this, Democrats and mainstream media critics have attacked the policy, claiming it won't work. Yes, it will. Yet many of those same critics also argue that tariffs make products more expensive, essentially admitting that the policy works. And other countries do it to the US, so why can't they do it back? And if imported goods are still being purchased, it logically follows that the government is earning tariff revenue. Under President Trump's new tariff regime, the US government could earn an estimated $30 to $50 billion annually from tariffs targeting Chinese imports. These tariffs span high-tech sectors, green energy and critical manufacturing inputs. While generating revenue, they also serve a broader strategic goal, reducing dependency on China and reshoring American industry. These numbers can be verified by checking US Customs and Border Protection data, Congressional Budget Office projections, and historical tariff revenue reports from the US Treasury. The left is sending mixed messages. On one hand, they claim tariffs make everything more expensive and will cause working families to starve. On the other hand, they argue that tariffs only increase prices by a few dollars, just enough to supposedly ruin lives, but somehow not enough to generate meaningful government revenue or incentivize domestic manufacturing. Obviously, both of these claims cannot be true, and in reality, neither is. To support their argument, a popular post circulating on LinkedIn claims that US tariffs on China have little impact on American consumers. The example used is Lululemon, which reportedly pays just $6 to a Chinese supplier for pants that retail for $150. The post argues that even with tariffs, the price increase would be negligible, perhaps just $2 per pair, and that any larger hike would simply be corporate greed. But this argument relies on a flawed understanding of how tariffs work. The US government doesn't assess tariffs based on what Lululemon pays its factory in China. Tariffs are based on the FOB, free on board value, declared at the US port of entry. That is, the full import value of the product when it arrives, not the production cost in China. Well done. For apparel and similar consumer goods, the FOB value often includes wholesaler markups, agent fees, and other embedded costs, making it far higher than the factory price. A reasonable estimate is that the FOB value is about 50% of the final retail price. So for a 150 pair of pants, the declared import value might be closer to $75, not $6. A 25% tariff on $75 would add $18.75 to the cost, not $2. That's a significant increase, especially across large volumes. Critics, many of whom lean socialist, insist the company should simply absorb the cost, However, most apparel retailers operate on slim profit margins, typically around 5 to 10%. Absorbing an $18 cost increase on a $150 product would erase much of that margin or push it negative. Companies just can't just eat the cost if it means operating at 12.5% loss. Well, maybe they can if they were ripping people off in the first place. In short, this example actually proves that tariffs significantly raise the price of Chinese goods. If people continue buying these products, the government collects substantial revenue. And it also demonstrates a major opportunity for both the US and foreign companies to manufacture domestically and offer comparable products at a lower price than the tariff imports. Another argument claims that exporters can simply lie about the value of goods to avoid paying tariffs. However, this overlooks how international trade actually works. Goods shipped across oceans are almost always part of a complex credit arrangements. Importers rarely pay cash up front. Instead, these purchases are typically financed through bank loans or lines of credit. Because of this, the goods must be insured during transit, and both the lender and insurer require accurate documentation. That means the declared value of the shipment must match the amount financed and insured. If a lower value were declared at customs to dodge tariffs, it would either violate the terms of the loan, void the insurance coverage, or both. Banks and insurers won't accept fake numbers because they're financially exposed. In short, the financial system that underpins global trade enforces accurate valuation, not customs officers with clipboards. So while minor misreporting can occur, it's extremely risky and tightly constrained by the need for legal, insurable, and financial transactions. Finally, suggesting that consumers bypass brands and buy directly from Chinese sites ignores legitimate concerns around quality control, warranty, consumer service, and legal protections. Branded retail involves far more than just a label. It reflects an entire supply chain, quality assurance system, and customer support infrastructure. Moreover, President Trump has already moved to close this loophole by tightening de minimis import rules, specifically targeting low-value shipments from Chinese e-commerce platforms. These new restrictions limit the ability of companies like Temu and Shein to flood the US market with untaxed goods, ensuring that direct from China purchases no longer enjoy unfair cost advantages. Jeez, I'm lucky I got all this shit when I did. In short, Trump's tariff strategy is having and will continue to have its extended effect. Wait, I'm not in America. Raising the price of Chinese goods, decreasing Chinese exports, increasing government revenue, and pushing consumers to demand lower price alternatives manufactured in the United States. I can't wait. I want more clothes like this to be manufactured, not just in the United States, but Australia as well. I want Australian made. And if you're living in the USA, hopefully you want American made. DNC Vice Chair David Hogg says democracy is to blame for all of America's problems. What does he want to do? Go communist? He's already there. Don't worry about it. Holy shit. Aussies lost all our iconic fashion. We did. Okay, what's David Hogg saying? Little hog. Democratic National Committee, The 25-year-old who rose to fame as anti-Second Amendment activist in the wake of the Parkland shooting, who said he was both at the school and not, said in an interview on CBS News, and his father works for the FBI or CIA, I can't remember which one, said in an interview on CBS News that democracy was to blame for Americans' problems. He explained, if we go out there as Democrats all the time and say democracy is the most important thing, we have to defend democracy. We fail to acknowledge that this generation, democracy is what puts us through school shooter drills and school shootings. What? It's what puts us through the climate crisis and so much more. Where's your head at? I don't know if you remember that song. What we have to do is prove that democracy matters by standing up to the special interests that are killing the American dream and making our young people lose faith, not only in our party, but in the future of this country. That's why we're doing this. What are you trying to do? Exactly what are you doing? Hogg is, of course, correct when he concedes that democracy is the reason why he and his fellow Democrats are not getting what they want. As well as Trump winning the presidency election by a landslide, Republicans also won a majority in both the Senate and House of Representatives in the 2024 election cycle, meaning they have a mandate to enact this policy agenda. His latest comments come after he announced a $20 million campaign aimed at supporting primary challenges against older, less energetic Democratic incumbents. What's he going to do? Wheelchair them everywhere? Push their wheelchair, sorry? We have a culture of seniority. Oh, no, he's going to get rid of them. Politics that has created a litmus test of who deserves to be there, he said in an interview with Politico. We need people, regardless of their age. Oh, he's putting his hand up for being one of them. That are here to fight, he continued. Such plans have already rattled the Democratic establishment, with former Clinton henchman James Carville calling Hogg a contemptible little twerp. DNC Chair Ken Martin has responded by saying the party's long-standing position is that it is the role of primary voters to determine candidates for general election. However, Martin also praised Hogg for his passionate activism. David Hogg is a passionate advocate, and we are grateful for his service to the Democratic Party, whether it be in his role as DNC Vice Chair or an outside capacity. Hopefully, this guy's probably thinking, hopefully it's going to be an outside capacity after this. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure David Hogg's putting his hand up to be, oh, I'll do it. Me. Trump administration threatens to walk away from Ukraine-Russia deal. If no progress is made within days, the Ukraine war is not our war. We have other priorities to focus on. Okay, just don't mind me. I can't even light the bloody thing. Yeah, there you go. They look better without the little scarf over the head, lighting this cigarette thing. Okay. White House converts its COVID website into dossier of pandemic crimes. It exposes Fauci, lab leak, lockdowns, mask mandates, and industrial censorship. Hello? Can I have my YouTube channel back yet? The White House is seeking the right to right the wrongs of the COVID pandemic. The website covid.gov, launched by the US federal government under the previous Trump administration, was originally a page dedicated to providing COVID information and resources. Its primary purpose was to provide the public with access to tools and guidance related to prevention of it, testing, treatment, and updates. However, the website's now being converted into a page exposing the countless crimes that took place during the pandemic. Ooh. First point of order is the true origins, which details how the virus actually escaped from the Wuhan lab as part of a gain-function research. If you believe it. At all. Sorry. And you're allowed to believe in it if you want to. Okay, anyway, what else is going on? Current government mechanisms for overseeing the dangerous gain-of-function research are incomplete, severely convoluted, and lack global applicability. The 6 feet apart recommendation, which shut down schools, small businesses, was arbitrary and not based on science, alleging in the White House this page. During closed-door testimony, Dr. Fauci testified that guidance just sort of appeared out of freaking nowhere. Hey, let's see how far we can push these people, eh? That's what they were doing. There was no conclusive evidence that masks effectively protected Americans either. Public health officials flip-flopped on efficacy of masks without providing Americans scientific data, causing a massive uptick in public distrust. It was meant to do that. It was a good awakening tool. Prolonged lockdowns caused immeasurable harm not only to the American economy but also to the mental and physical health of Americans and citizens all over the world, with a particularly negative effect on younger citizens. Rather than prioritising the protection of the most vulnerable populations, federal and state government policies forced millions of Americans to forego crucial elements of a healthy and financially sound life. Unfortunately, the page does not make reference to the dodgy procedures. Okay, I'll leave it there. Special relationship. Trump to visit United Kingdom in September, stay at Windsor Castle, and spend time with the royal family. Hopefully he can talk some freaking sense into them. No, he's going there with some kind of warning or something. You can tell, or some demand. He doesn't bow down to them. Prime Minister Keir Starmer? Yeah, okay. And Trump have discussed the visit during a telephone call, and a plan is close to being agreed to. The venue of the visit is set to be Windsor Castle rather than the Scottish castles of Balmoral or Dumfries House, as previously floated. Last night, 17, Trump confirmed the plans to visit the UK. That was last night on the 17th, I think. Either that or they're trying to tell us something. Asked what's the 17th letter of the alphabet. Would it happen to be this? Yeah. Where am I? Hang on a minute. I wasn't there. Where have I gone? Jeez, woman. Okay. Asked about the trip by the Telegraph. He said it's a very great honour, and I think they're setting a date for September. It's an honour to be a friend of Charles. I have great respect for King Charles and the family. Yeah, he doesn't say what he really thinks. I don't know how it could be bigger than the last one, he continued. The last one, as you know, was incredible, but they said it's going to be even more important. Prince William and his family live within walking distance of Windsor Castle, so he may be helping in the hosting of Trump. Be careful what you eat and drink there, Trump. An official US visit to the castle would likely mean that Prince William will be involved in hosting duties, along with the princess if she's well enough. The King, as head of state, would lead Britain's charm offensive. He and the Queen have previously entertained the Trumps in the UK, and the men are in regular contact via letter. During a photo call at the White House with Sir Keir Who's Sir Keir? That's not Keir Starmer. He's not a sir, is he? He's been knighted. What the fuck? In February, Mr. Trump publicly accepted the King's invitation to enjoy his hospitality in Britain, saying the answer is yes. We look forward to being there and honouring the King, honouring the country. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens there. I am on the edge of my seat, waiting. Can you tell? How broken is that man's heart? Stephen Miller dismantles MS-13 sympathiser Senator Chris Van Hollen for defending violent illegal alien over American victims. Tulsi Gabbard releases 10,000 pages of RFK assassination documents. 50,000 more pages are incoming. Whoa. That's going to be a big one to go over. Hopefully we get some answers this time. Breaking, acting IRS Commissioner Gary Shapley out after clash with Treasury Secretary Besant. California School Board President callously tells traumatised student to wrap it up during an emotional speech about the impact of trans invasion on the girls' locker room. Oh, dear. Oh, there you go. The body cam image surfaces from 2022 traffic stop of Kilmar Brago Garcia, allegedly trafficking humans across state lines. And the Democrats want him back. Was he one of their main traffickers? MSNBC quickly cuts away from Trump as he begins reading deported MS-13 gangster Kilmar Garcia's lengthy rap sheet. Of course they would. Hilarious. White House fact-check dishonest New York Times reporter on Senator Chris Van Hollen's meeting with wrongly deported Maryland man in epic fashion. MS-13 gangster is never coming back. Okay. Give me one. I've got to take these gloves off. It's getting a bit warm. Hang on. Okay. Trying to do too many things at once. Okay. Obama judge extends ban on Trump's Doge team from accessing America's social security data to root out fraud. She can't do that. Who do these judges think they are? Okay, yep, we've read that over and over and over again. Report. Media Research Centre reveals major networks spend 0 seconds on Rachel Morin's killer's trial, 64 minutes on deported MS-13 linked wife beating illegal immigrant. Wayne Root said how Trump can prove the 2020 election was stolen and charged Democratic Party with RICO. All roads lead to Elon. Interesting. President Trump is the GOAT. The greatest president of my lifetime, and by the end of his second term, I'm betting he'll be seen as the greatest president of all time. So far, what he's accomplished in only 2.5 months is amazing, unimaginable, and breathtaking. In 2.5 months, he has already achieved more great things than my hero Ronald Reagan did in 8 years. But there is one thing Trump should be focused on above all else. One thing he should be aiming all the cannons at. One thing that changes everything. President Trump must prove the 2020 election was stolen, bring the hard evidence to the American people, and charge the Democrat Party with RICO. Because if he can prove it was, that is the one thing that changes the course of America. That is the one thing that destroys the Democrat brand. This is the one thing that proves our entire country, government, and multi-trillion-dollar national budget was hijacked and stolen, and therefore everything done in the past 4 years by Biden and Democrats is now null and void. And watch when this happens in America. It's going to spread around the world, and we're going to find out that some of our elections were null and void. This is the one thing that officially makes everyone acknowledge that Trump is the most popular president in history because he won 3 elections with the most combined votes in history, 214 million votes. This is the one thing that proves America really is a sea of Republican red. And not only did the GOP win the past 3 presidential elections, but allegedly, okay, but perhaps even more importantly, Democrats have also stolen dozens of U.S. Senate and U.S. House seats. Okay, everyone mentioned here is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. All of this is theory until proven fact, okay? But it is. The GOP would have huge majorities in the Senate and House to pass anything and everything Trump wants. If it weren't for the biggest scam in the world history. So how does Trump make it happen? The same guy who runs Doge, he runs Doge and is proving our tax dollars are being wasted and looted, and millions of names on the Social Security rolls are fraud, and millions of names on the voting rolls are illegal aliens, and hundreds of thousands of government credit cards are being used for fraud and theft, is the perfect guy to prove 2020 election was stolen. Elon and his team of MIT geniuses have cracked the government waste and fraud code, something no one else in history has been able to do, and they did it in minutes. Elon and that same Doge team are the perfect investigators and auditors to crack this election code too. Doge can prove the 2020 election and multiple congressional elections before and since. If Elon and Doge can't prove it, no one can. But here comes the grand finale. There's a much more important role that Elon is perfect for. Elon is filthy rich, the richest man on earth. Even with heavy stock losses, Elon is today worth more than $370 billion. Can't even imagine it. To Elon, $500 million is like me taking a $1 bill out of my wallet. $500 million means nothing to Elon. It's 1/2 of $1 billion. And Elon has 370 of them to spare. I pitched this idea in a commentary in late November 2020. It would have worked then. It will work now. But the big difference is we now have Elon on our side, and he has all the money in the world. Well, he might not have if he spends it on all this, but, I mean, I hope he's willing, you know. That'd be nice. Money makes rats talk. Money is the only way to get the rats who stole the election or witnessed it to come forward and testify. Elon's the man to put up the $500 million reward, offer a piece of that $500 million reward pot to anyone who comes forward who participated in stealing things. So offer an amnesty. So if you come forward and testify, you won't go to prison. You stay a free man or woman, and you get to live the rest of your life on a Caribbean island with $10 million or $20 million or $50 million. You want to prove 2020 was taken? You want to bring hard evidence to the American people? Remember the signature line from Kevin Costner's movie Field of Dreams? It was, build it and they will come. Well, it applies here. Over 500 million and the Democrat frauds will come. The rats will abandon the sinking Democrat ship if the reward is large enough. Without offering an attention-getting huge reward, no witnesses will ever come forward. They're too scared of being murdered or their families being threatened or ruining their career and going to prison. Elon Musk can make it all happen. Prove it, then charge the Democrat Party with RICO, bankrupt the party, destroy the brand name, make Democrat a dirty word. The American people, not radical leftists, of course, but the average voter who isn't radical or brainwashed will turn against Democrats forever. It will take Democrats decades to rebuild. In those decades, Trump and his GOP successors and the GOP Senate and House will make America great again. End of story. Happy ending. Thank you, Elon. There you go. Okay, what else have we got? All these crooked judges coming out of the woodwork to try and block Trump's plans. What's this one? Of employees at Elizabeth Warren's Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I'm sure it's a big money laundering situation going on there. Shit. Oh, my candle went out. Hang on a sec, guys. Sorry. There's one. Okay. Sorry, I just sniffed into the microphone. President Trump roasts Chris Van Hollen. Yep, okay. Spain jails 21-year-old nationalist Isabella Peralta for warning of racial replacement. Speech now crime in Europe's woke regimes. Kid Rock unleashes mainstream media on mainstream media. In my book, you motherfuckers are public enemy number one. Mother pluckers they are. Those damn mother pluckers. Okay, able child Florida school shooter was subjected to psychiatric labeling and medication and was reportedly a recipient of the Safer Communities Act. Apparently, was there another shooting? I believe there was. Another shooting. Oh, shit. Don't mind me. This is not a normal stream, mate. I'm having a day. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up soon, though, because I do want to go over to Rumble and I want to read the posts. I didn't want to go on Twitter, too, because I don't want to bookmark anymore without reading the ones that I already have. Okay, the tragic irony in Leon County, Florida is impossible to ignore. The Leon County Sheriff's Office, LCSO, received nearly $1.5 million under the $100 million Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, funding meant to reduce gun violence and invest more in mental health. Yet despite all the money, resources and new programs, another mass shooting has occurred. This time, the alleged shooter, Elijah Ickner, was not just any community member. He was a participant in the very programs funded by the grant, a member of the LCSO Youth Advisory Council, and someone who had completed multiple Sheriff's Office training programs. However, we still await the mental health treatment evidence of this case that will likely never be released. It's been reported he was labelled and drugged. A BSCA was sold to the American public as a historic step forward, pouring hundreds of millions into background checks, mental health services and community violence interventions. The law's supporters point to enhanced background checks, new gun trafficking statutes, and a surge in funding for mental health and school safety. But the facts on the ground in Leon County expose a glaring weakness. The system failed to prevent a young man intimately involved with law enforcement's Youth's Initiative from turning into a killer. Despite the grant's intention to reduce gun violence and other serious violence, Elijah Ickner, a product of the very programs meant to intervene, ended up taking innocent lives. The sheriff himself has admitted it was not a surprise that Ickner had access to weapons given his deep involvement with the department. This is not a story of a system working, it's a story of a system's catastrophic failure. For the record, Able Child strongly opposed this bill on the basis it would only increase the label and drugging of children, not reduce gun violence or stop mass shootings, and allow the treating experts to escape liability. Do you see where this is leading? This one's going to lead back to the people who were counselling him, I believe, and the people who are giving him medication. Okay? I'll try and rephrase that and won't say drugging him. The Bipartisan Safer Communities Act was sponsored by Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut and former Senator of Florida, now Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The aftermath of Sandy Hook prompted a national reckoning, but lawmakers sidestepped the uncomfortable truth. So many mass shooters have histories of psychotropic drug use. That's where it's going. Billions have been funneled into mental health services, but there's no real accountability for the psychiatrists who prescribe these drugs or the pharmaceutical companies that profit from them. The BSCA touts its investment in mental health, but fails to require the disclosure, collection and use of mental health records to track these ever-growing numbers of mass killings or to hold medical professionals and drug manufacturers responsible when their patients become killers. The Leon County tragedy is not just a local failure, it's another chapter in a national pattern of lawmakers throwing money at symptoms while ignoring root causes, labels and psychotropic drugs. The BSCA's successes are measured in dollars and spent and programs launched, not in lives actually saved. Until mental health records are disclosed and meaningfully integrated into prevention efforts, tragedies like Leon County will continue. The Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, for all its promises and funding, has failed to stop the killing. The case of Elijah Ickner in Leon County, who participated in Sheriff's Office youth programs funded by the Safer Communities Act grant before committing a mass shooting, is a stark example of this failure. Millions are spent on intervention and prevention, but the system refuses to scrutinise the psychiatric treatments themselves or the doctors behind them. The same pattern played out after Sandy Hook, where the accused shooter's psychiatric history was never fully disclosed, and calls for accountability were ignored. Massive forced mental health screenings were implemented, mental health clinics were placed in schools, and gun manufacturers were put out of business. HIPPA was never meant to be a shield for secrecy. When public safety is at stake, stop hiding behind it. Because when a mass killer stands trial or is killed, that person's right to privacy ends where the public's right to know and protect itself begins. If psychiatric treatment played a role, that truth must come to light, not only as a matter of justice, but to break a cycle of suppressed data that endangers us all. What you can do, sign the petition calling for federal hearings, donate. Every dollar you give is a powerful statement, a resounding declaration that the struggles of these families will no longer be ignored. Your generosity today will echo through generations, ensuring that the rights and well-being of children are fiercely guarded. Don't let another family navigate this journey alone. Donate now and join us in creating a world where every child's mind is nurtured, respected, and given the opportunity to thrive. As a 501c3 organisation, your donation to Able Child is not only an investment in the well-being of vulnerable children, but also a tax-deductible contribution that a cause that transcends individual lives. Okay, so that's who pretty much brought this to our attention. Okay, the Able Child, the people they were asking for donations in down the bottom here. Okay, so you got that one. Pure evil, father of Austin Metcalf swatted after Carmelo Anthony press conference where he was smeared by an Anthony spokesperson and kicked out. Oh, wow. Nice gold. Trump is right, Fed Chair Jerome Powell is a complete disaster and caused extreme suffering on the US middle class. There you go. The time to end the war is now. Rubio and Witkoff meet Macron. European and Ukrainian officials. US peace framework is now under discussion by all parties. There you go. US Ukraine minerals deal, Kiev officials. But didn't he say he was going to walk away if they can't agree to a deal? US Ukraine minerals deal, Kiev officials revealed initial memorandum has been signed. Trump announces full agreement to be signed next week. He says he's not a big fan of Zelensky. I don't think any of us are. Must see J6 political prisoner Brad Smith thanks supporters as he celebrates his first Easter at home. Good. They're out, are they? 87 is hang on, 87 months is reasonable and appropriate. The DOJ doubles down on George Santos' jail time just days before sentencing after he tortures feds for going easy on real criminals. Of course they'd say that then, wouldn't they? Yeah, Letitia James, she's going to go soon. She breaks the silence on mortgage fraud scandal following TPG and white-collar fraud. Report dismisses evidence as baseless. Sure. Watch Tom Homan blows up Caitlin Collins while she uses an old court ruling to defend MS. Oh, look, you can't. You're defending the indefensible, love. Seriously. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, actually, because I'm going to show you something. Okay. This is a very, listen, guys, SIA, Unstoppable, right? The song I played yesterday with the people flying around all over the water, right? It's a very good motivational song. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, and I'm going to show you a few videos that I've been watching, honestly, that are quite amazing without the music in the background, okay? I want to know where the hell these giants are coming from for a start. Okay, it's playing in my ear. Let me just turn it down a bit. I reckon they'd look better with dark hair like that, you know. Yeah, they are Chinese. But where have all these, like, okay, these are not the only ones, right? Where have all these giants come from all of a sudden? Like, these guys are bloody huge, right, compared to normal people, right? Hey, you got red eyes, mate. Oh, he's not that big compared to the other people there. But some of these men are. This is pretty interesting, actually. This is obviously in China. It's Chinese fashion. But you know what? You thought I said bring your pants at first? Maybe it is AI, guys. Sorry, I've got a runny nose. But a lot of these guys, right? And these people are like showing the traditional fashion. It's not just in China or Asia, okay? They've done like a Britain one. Where do I find more of my shorts? Okay, that I've watched. Go to history. Okay, you can see what I've been watching, okay? Have we got any more shorts than that? Hang on. Oh, yes, in between, okay. What have I been watching? You're going to find out. Kitty cats and gorillas and more of the water sport. It's okay. I'm going to play this without the music behind it. I still want to do this, right? Now, I think it was Stu was commenting Darwin Awards here. Mate, if you're in trouble, just tell him to ditch you in the water, mate. Oh, where's the next ones that I've seen? No, not that one. No, I've got to go back again. Do I? I'm trying to find the ones I've watched that I can show you. These men. Okay. This might be, what is it? Serbian, okay? I reckon we need to bring some of this shit back. Oh, my God. Okay. Now I've got to keep going down every time. Who was I watching? It went from one to another yesterday. I had an autoplay on. Okay, the guy's dancing again. Some guy being a really strong father. His son spoke to his mother a certain way and he's given it to him. Who are all these people? Where's the shorts? Okay, let's just go to the shorts and just go down. Oh, this one. There's another one. Of course, they're handsome models, you know. Hanfu style? I want to get to the Britain style. Where are you? Okay, also aerobics. People doing amazing freaking things. Really strong people. People dressed nice, Chinese fashion trends. Okay, dancers. I haven't been watching stuff like that. People saving each other, you know, all the stuff that makes you feel good, you know. Oh, Dutch giant. Look how tall he is, though. Oh, my bloody God. Look at these people. Where have these people come from? So that's the Dutch one, right? Wow. Okay. People skateboarding down the road. Oh, you got this guy dancing. Jeez, he's good. Guy riding a motorbike, standing up. Stuff like this. Look, beautiful fashion. I don't know about the shorts. No, the shorts aren't too bad. They're not like up your ass, at least. But I think we need to bring things like that back again. Okay? I don't know why. This just gives me a feeling. Okay? I don't know what the feeling is. Maybe it's just missing something. Okay? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. Maybe it is my princess moment, like Shannon said. Okay, you got dogs dancing to rap music, which I can't play here because YouTube. Okay, women doing amazing things as well as men. Where are they all? Oh, even the Air Force and military. Okay. Come on. Okay. This guy, too. That was the guy from before, wasn't it? Oh, come on, man. Stuff like this. Calisthenics. Bloody amazing, man. You should see the guy doing it and all the guys looking at him and like stopping what they're doing and stuff. That is some freaking muscle. Look, even the men are going, this is a woman doing it, and they're even going, what the hell? I think we need to start teaching our kids, mate, how to be strong. Okay, I don't want to say that. Don't want to say that. Where's all the videos? Oh, that was his one. But where's the English one? Should see the English guys, man. They have their little caps on. Looks so good. They're in suits. Okay, this is just more of like battle, Return of the Warrior. Yeah, there go the old generation. Where are all these people? Come on. Look, I find them every other time. Oh, here's one. He's a warrior. Look at him. We might need to bring back the warrior look. Can you imagine men walking around looking like that? Like everyone would be staring like... I would be. I'd be staring at him going, well done, mate. Some amazing stuff, guys. Come on, where are they? And I don't want to see that guy again. I want to see the English ones. That's Mongolian. Okay, these guys are Mongolian. Maybe it's just their confidence. Maybe it's just the stride. I don't know what it is. Armour again. Mate, if I seen a man like that walking down the street, I would honestly, I don't know. Guys dancing. Oh, these guys took kids up too in this thing. Freaking amazing, mate. Seriously. I don't know what is wrong with me about those things, but geez, I love it. Look at this. Beautiful elegance. She's 6'3". An Asian. Is she Asian? Asian lady who's 6'3". No way. I think she is. Hard to tell. Maybe she's... Oh, my goodness. So I'm wondering where the hell these giants are all coming from. Oh, my God. Look at that. Strong. Elegant. Exercise, which I need to do. Oh, my goodness. That doesn't look good. That looks quite evil. You got some funny... See, there's kids going up. Look. That's so cute. Okay, let me try and find it. Where the hell is it? Yeah, I don't want to see women walking around in their freaking underwear. This looks better to me than a woman with a garter belt and stockings showing. I'd rather see women look like this and men look like that. Okay, that's just me though. What else have we got? Where's that Russian guy too? I swear he's Russian or something as well. And he's doing the calisthenics. Who's this one? Legend of Fashion. Oh my God, look how tall this man is. What? Where are these people coming from? All of a sudden I'm seeing this all over the YouTube shorts. Are they the giants that we heard of? I don't know. Okay, this guy's more a normal size, isn't he? Still looks great. Look at it. I don't know. I find it fascinating. Here's a guy on his own doing some tricks. That's bloody amazing. I'm just like been flabbergasted over the last couple of days watching shorts. I always stayed away from watching shorts. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I always stayed away from watching YouTube shorts, right? But the last 2 days, holy shit. Me asking my wife to make a sandwich. Oh, she's funny, this lady. Who is this? Carissa Stevens. I'm going to subscribe because she's hilarious. Her husband says he's going, a brand new bakery's opened up next door to work, you know. So she's in the kitchen making him cupcakes, cinnamon rolls and all sorts of stuff. Good woman. You should believe in yourself, ladies. Who are passing can also give it a try. Oh, wow, that. Holy guacamole. Okay, how to get yourself fit. Oh, look at that. Now that's beautiful. That's Chinese hanfu, is it? Style? How beautiful. Okay, come on. Where is that man? Where's the English ones? Oh. No, that one is Mongol robe. I'm never going to find it, am I? It was in my history somewhere. I'm going to have to bookmark the thing. There's another Asian guy. Look at... Oh, European handsome giant. Oh, sorry, he's European. Is he? Wearing Chinese... Is he wearing Asian clothes, though? He's over there somewhere. Some people, mate, seriously. Another giant lady. I like she's dressed up in like a superhero outfit. She's massive. And when I say massive, I mean tall, massive, not wide, obviously, because she's not. See, this woman here again. She's always in the kitchen cooking. She's funny the way she goes about it as well. Okay, you can't even see the guy in that one. Men coming home. Oh. Ragnar Lothbrok warrior. Ragnar Lothbrok walking in public. See, it doesn't matter where you're from. They've got videos of these guys, right, who walk through and everyone's just like, what the... Okay, what else have we got? Come on, show me. Where are they? Oh, this one's going to be pretty as her dress. Watch, watch, watch. Is it? Is it going to be pretty with her dress flying out all over the place? I would love to do that. I think I gotta lose some weight. It'd probably drop me. Oh dear. Imagine that. Oops, you're too heavy. I just dropped you into the ocean. Okay, anyway. I'm still trying to find this English guy. Here's another one. Another giant. Where are these people coming from, man? Come on, show me more warriors. I want to see the English ones. And what happened to the guy doing calisthenics? The Russian guy. Oh, here we go. Here's the English. Here's the English ones. Oh. Look, look, look. Oh, my God. Be still, my beating heart. For a man dressed up. Look at that. I want that to make a comeback. I don't know why. How beautiful, well, I can say beautiful, how gorgeous. Okay, have we got anything else I want to show you, really? Not really. There she is again. Now, I want to see the guy who's doing calisthenics in the gym. He just goes, where are... They pop up every other time I'm watching shorts. I've got to go back and watch them. Good luck to me finding them again. They'll pop up somewhere along the line. Oh, come on. Where's the guy at the gym, man? I swear, didn't I just watch one? That wasn't that long ago. Oh, there's this lady again. Good motivator for doing aerobics, mate, this lady. I don't know. This one. Is it? Oh, this is a Greek guy doing it. I don't know. The other guy just like runs sideways at the bloody pole, hangs onto the pole and just straight out sideways. It's called aura farming. But I'm thinking we should teach our sons to you know, while they're young, to do some calisthenics, even our daughters. But for everyone to be so fit and healthy, this guy is, oh, he's funny too. But I am looking for the Russian guy who jumps in sideways at the gym. It's just amazing. Oh, far out Brussels sprout. I'm not going to find it. This is close. You see all the guys in the background just wishing they could do it, and the girls going, wow. I don't know. I find it amazing. Well, that girl had a six-pack. I don't think I've seen a six-pack on a girl. Shit, there you go. I want to see the guy do it. Where is he? Sorry, guys. Just waste some time here with me for a minute. I don't think I'm ever going to find it again now. Hang on a sec. Someone uploaded a bag of dicks? What? Oh, dear. Where is it? Because he replied. Here we go. Thank you so much, my dear. Here we go. No, it's not that one. This is his channel, I think. He's showing someone how to do it. That type of thing. I used to be able to do that when I was a kid, like a little kid. But that, like, we need to bring strength back. We need to bring fitness back. We need to bring dressing nice back. I mean, wow. Anyway, guys, I'm going to read some of your comments before I get too carried away. I'm already carried away. Don't mind me. Donna's out in the garden tilling and planting. Oh, God, love her. Shannon said, taking kids to one of their friends to Mildura Cinema today. So I'll be driving, listening when in range. Okay. Alex said, we're officially women again. Shocking it had to ever go to Supreme Court to state the obvious, but there we go. Exactly. Shannon's hitting the road now and off to Macca's for brekkie. And Tim has joined us. It's good motivation music. Yeah, it is. The intro. There's a lot of good motivation music out there I'm finding recently. I've sort of been stuck in a bit of a rut, I think, the last few years. I'm just starting to come out of it. Stu said, Shannon, don't do it. Your body will thank you. Hey, going Paranormal Oz. Lucette. Dell, hey, going. Good evening, deep thinkers and chosen few. Debs, Hev, Alex, always a pleasure from the UK. Out to lunch said, why do they not flag this copyright? I like the best. Alex said, loving the outfit, Hev. Thank you. Out to lunch said, is it cold, Hev? Yes, it was a bit cold this morning. Deb said, you look sweet. Thank you, guys. Oh, God love ya. Look pretty, nice outfit. Oh. Stu said, Bell's Beach surf comp is on this weekend. Decisions. Do I head to the hills or the beach? I don't know. What do you feel like, Stu? Whatever takes your fancy, mate. Lucette. Oh, everyone's saying happy birthday for Dell tomorrow. Paul's here. Paul, how you going? Hang on, it's just jumped on me. Wow, way back in the comments. Hey, Crewmel, how you going? Sorry, it's blocked me from going any further back now. Oh, and Rod, how you going? Best place to be, Rod. Wish I could. Been looking at land. Just need to save the money. Oh, yeah. Deb said fresh chicken show up on a beach in a shipping container. What? Alex said hopefully it won't be bought up to make new houses. Okay, Rod said, Alex set up Dad here when he passed. My sister said you should live there. Deb said Aussie's lost all our iconic fashion. Yep. J1 said, Alex, we have a politician over here telling people to just squat and steal. Out to lunch said, I'd buy Australian made. Paul said, bonds. But are bonds still made in Australia? Alex said, do you mean the one in Jamaica? I've heard people saying not to eat it. Apparently the shipping container was easy to open, which was apparently a red flag, Deb. Paul said, ants pants. J1 said, out to lunch, we don't make much anymore. Rod said, lucky here in Missouri, a lot of local farmers. Oh, that would be nice. Deb said, yes, Alex. Some said it looked like it was purposefully put there. Deb said, I'm wearing no... What? Oh, the Bonds ad. I was thinking, Deb. Don't mind me. Now I'm taking the jacket off. Hang on a sec. I've got to drape it over the back of the chair. Yeah. I need to lose some weight, guys. I've got to do aerobics after this. Well, after the call in with Timmy today. Alex said, all while that politician is living it up in luxury off your taxpayer money, I bet, J1. Deb said, brand of underwear. Yes. I realise that now, Deb. I remember that ad. I'm wearing no knickers. Not me, the ad, okay? Lisette said, Deb, live life like you want to live. Out to lunch said, Hog will end up like Nancy Pelosi. Yes, he will. Lisette said, great that the COVID crimes are being highlighted like that. They are. Alex said, sorry to hear about your dad. May God rest his soul. Always watching over you. Rod? Yeah, that your father passed. Stu said, clear prop, brum brum. Alex said, my auntie and uncle are in St. Joe. Rod? Deb said, another good ad like Aunt's pants. She was wearing no knickers and she would say it till she got hoarse. I'm wearing no knickers. No knickers from Bonds, of course. Was that it? I don't know if I got it. Alex said, yeah, I wouldn't trust it. I hope no one eats it. Leave it for the sharks. J1 said, Alex, yep, he's a champagne socialist. Deb said, I've seen under microscope of the marks. No wonder after see how they were made. Rod said, Alex, Dad's been gone a while and made it much longer than Mum. Do like Missouri. Deb said they was. Poor you, bet they eat it all by now, Alex. Deb said he's diplomatic, our Trump. D. Lee said, Rod, I have a clubhouse in Fredericktown, 27 acres of woodlands. I love Missouri. Oh, nice. Alex said, bloody typical. They all seem to be. As soon as they get in power, spend, 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 and never sort out the country. They couldn't have the people doing well for themselves now. Now, could they? No. George said, Camilla's not our queen. Deb said, all pedos get knighted. Rod R. said, do you enjoy Trump's bravado? Yep. I like Trump. I don't agree with everything he does, but I like him and what he has done, I'm all for. George said, yeah, Deb. Alex said, unfortunately, Kira's a sir. They are all in each other's pockets, Hev. Oh, I didn't even know that. Wow. Deb said, it's all just to fool people into thinking they're important. I think so. George says, Starmer's a sir for protecting nonces. Yeah, I think that's why they get knighted. Alex said, absolutely not, George. Camilla belongs in the paddock. Deb said, they all use, look at me, I'm so high up, you cannot charge me for crimes. Yes, they do. George said, yeah, Alex, she does look like a horse's ass. Alex said, oh, awesome, I can come and visit you both when I go to my auntie and uncle's daily. Lucette said, if Garcia's a member of MS-13, that means he's a child murderer because in order to join, you have to kill a little girl. Why are they making out he's a victim? Exactly. It's going to look bad for them. It's going to look really bad for the Democrats. Come on, man. Okay. Alex said, yeah, they're all part of that awful club that I'm glad we're not in. J1 said Trump's assassination attempt was the shot heard around the world. I believe so. Deb said, like our corrupt government. D. said, Alex, yes, for sure, that would be awesome. George said, we need Doge in the UK. Yeah, we need it here too. Shannon said, woohoo, 61.80 for Macca's breakfast for me and my daughter and son and his friend. That is a rip-off. And I don't even think it's McDonald's fault. It's our government. That's why petrol's so expensive. That's why everything's so expensive. I got electricity bill the other day, and I checked all the numbers again against the box outside, you know. $105 because I'm on my own. I shouldn't use that much electricity. I don't use the dryer. If it's cold or wet, I have to hang things inside on clothes horses to dry. My heater will do the rest anyway. But yeah, very low power bills all of a sudden. Dealey said, Alex, you have relatives in Missouri? Now I've got a tickle in my throat. No. Oh. I've got a bit of a runny nose and a bit of a cough right now. Okay. Alex said, I'm not sure how far that is, but it never looks far on the map. Nothing ever does, Alex. Plus, I love driving. Set said, we sure do, George. Deb said, oh, my God, Shannon. Alex said, flippin' heck, bet you had to take out a small mortgage for that, Shannon. Oh, not again. Yeah, well, if StreamYards has an echo in it, I've looked at Restream. It looks exactly the same as StreamYards, and we could probably use that. Oh, my wand. Where's my wand? Sorry, guys. Yes. I need my little... I can make it longer, too, by the way. I can have a real... Shit, that's loud. Oh, I thought I answered it. Oh, Timmy. Shit, okay. I got it, Alex. Sorry. I've got it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I've got my volume down. I'm still hearing music. Where am I hearing music from? Oh, shit, these have been playing in the background. Okay. Sorry, Timmy. I'm planning on joining Rumble. My voice is a bit toasted at the moment. I'm not sick. I've been teaching all week. I've had a cold for 2 days and talking all week wore my voice out. My office manager jokes that I have a bedroom voice, lol. Oh, wow. Well done, Timmy. Sorry, I missed that. God love you. Thank you, Timmy, you legend. So you will be joining. Yep, sorry about that, Alex. Yep, got it. Sorry, guys. Shit, I had my volume down on my earphones. Because I turned the volume down on the software over here, right? And then I thought I'll turn it down on my end too so I can talk to you guys so it's not just silence and me listening to music. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, God love you. Yeah, I thought that's why you were calling, Alex. As soon as I saw a message from Timmy to pop up saying I just donated, you missed it. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, so we got this thing, right? It's huge. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to hold it from underneath like that. But anyway, we'll make it short again. It's good enough when it's short, look. It's still very elegant. Okay. Shannon's spending like a small fortune on McDonald's over here. Shannon said, erect it, and I'm not saying that. Shannon, you nearly got me. Holy shit. D. Lee said, Alex, wow, I didn't know I was at St. Joe just this past Wednesday all day. Shannon said, everything's expensive now. J1 said, my breakfast just cost me $1. Zal said, withdraw the hand that feeds. Cass, how you going? Hope God bless Hev. Hope you're doing well. You too. Good to see ya. And Raven, how you going? Good to see you. Hev, your voice is so relaxing. I fell asleep, lol, till I dropped my phone on my broken nose. Oh, that definitely woke you up. Oh, God love you. Deb said, everyone's saying hello, Cass. Zal said, "G'day, D. Lee." George said, "Ouch, Raven." Lucette said, "I heard that shooter was disguised as a police officer. He probably had access to the uniform." Hey, what do you think this looks like? Hang on. We're going to do a fashion show today, okay? Don't mind me. How does that look? Got the whole thing going on now. Look, see, we can be ladies again. We can look nice again. Alex said, "How cool. It's a lovely area, not far from the river." Deb said, "Not mind control much." Yes, exactly. Zal said, "MK Ultra shootings." Alex said, "Not too bad. Thank you. Hope you're well, you too, Cass." Dealey said, "Alex, please let me know when you visit. I would love to meet up with you." Oh, God love yous. Zal said, "Got to go and get a coffee out or a tea out." It costs too much these days. Alex said, "Oh, bless you. Hope you're okay and feeling better." Raven, oh. Raven said, "George, it's not the first time I bumped my nose since I broke it, and it won't be the last." That happens when you know, if you break something or hurt something, you're bound to then keep hurting it. I've done the same thing. Zal said, "The mental health industry is not about fixing people. It's about documenting and looking for people with certain traits born from the genetic experiments played out upon all of us all each reset." Ooh, interesting. Alex said, "I definitely will. I spoke to my auntie a few weeks ago. Would love to visit again soon. I can't believe you're so close. It's a small world, but I wouldn't want to paint it." D. Lee said, "Alex, I'll bring my paints. We'll have a good time." D. Lee said, "Alex, you bring the music." Rod said, "I'm sorry, peeps, getting distracted. Much love all. You too, Rod. Have a good one." Alex said, "That would be lovely to have a relaxing painting session with you. We will make a whole day of it. And yes, some music too." Alex said, "No worries, sending love to you, Rod." Deb said, "I thought you said bring your pants at first." Zal said, "Androids. Maybe it's AI giants." It could be. I didn't think of that, Alex. So that's a good thought. J1 said, "Korean Hev. Are they? And where does that... I wonder if there's one of those things in Australia. You know, where they can take you up on the water and do this stuff. I want to do it. I want to do it." Alex said, "We can paint some pants." J1 said, "Japanese." Deb said, "Yes, him." Deb said, "His wife is Mongolian." Conchega said, "Alex, or paint, what is in the pants?" Oh, dear. Deb said, "He wears traditional clothing from Mongolia and other places. They are a beautiful couple." Isn't that amazing, though? Like, honestly, when you see things like that, and I've just been watching a lot of them, and I really, really would love to have that, like, style brought back for people, you know? Like, not necessarily that style, but style and modesty and looking good and feminine and lovely and I don't know. Alex said that woman had to do a double take of that topless dude. Yeah, that, like, if you watch the crowd's reactions, it is freaking amazing. And I remember I was in the supermarket one day and this girl walked up with her boyfriend or whoever he was. He might have been a husband. And she had this beautiful white flowy dress on. And she looked, I had to go up and say, "Excuse me, but I love your dress. You look amazing." To a stranger in a supermarket. But it compelled me to because she looked so lovely. And it was modest. It wasn't all hanging out everywhere, you know. It was just lovely. And I don't know, I miss it. Lucette said, "My brother is 7'1", one of the tallest people in the UK." Wow. Deb said, "Will you be doing one of those videos, Hev? Of me doing..." Oh, yeah, look, if I can get it on video of me going all over the water, I will. I would. Okay, Shannon said that's cartons from Gift God of War game. Ah, okay, the person, one of the men. Deb said, hold the phone. Selena said, so how tall are these giants? Well, some of them look like they're like nearly 7 foot tall. I mean, I had an uncle that was 7 foot tall. And he used to fascinate me because I was little, you know. Oh my God. Oh, Shannon said, Kratos Fu, autocorrect. And hey, Selena, how you doing? Lucette said he had a tumour on his pituitary gland which made him grow and grow. It's called acrom. Oh, my goodness, I can't even say that. Maybe Timmer can let me know what it's called. It's called acromegaly or megly. Wow. Selena said, I asked because the spouse is 6'7". George said, God of War. Deb said, romance, Hev. Yeah, look, I'm just, dreaming. Tell her she's dreaming, mate. Seriously. Because I am. Alex said, everyone seems like a giant to me. I'm 5'2". Yeah, me too, Alex. It's not hard to look like a giant to me. I was just seeing these guys, like, next to everybody else, you know, and I'm like, how tall are these people? Hey, Randy, how you going? You lurking? Glad to see you. Selena said, I just wonder how tall these giants are. Yep, I read that, didn't I? Deb said, I love watching a lady get in a jet fighter and do amazing. Yeah, those two. Been seeing them. Lucette said his wife had the same condition, was 6'7". They were second tallest couple in the UK. But that's beautiful. Like, if you're both tall and like, oh. Dealey said, Alex, same. Everyone's a giant next to me too. Selena said, the funny part is that my spouse isn't the tallest guy I dated. Wow. J1 said, better than women wearing mumblers. Well, look, I mean, wearing nice clothes, it's better than watching a woman go down the street in bike pants and a crop top, you know? I don't know. Oh. Okay, Selena said, dated a guy that was 6'11". Oh, my God. That would hurt my neck. Looking up at them all the time. Selena said, oh, sorry, 6'10". Oh, wow. Lucette said, the Dutch are the tallest people in the world. Well, that makes sense then. Kai said, listening and cooking, much love, guys. You too, Kai. Good to see ya. Alex said, blimey, even taller, lovely, protective, gentle giant, Selena. Selena said, Lucette, Viking blood. Interesting. Selena said, hey, my mother-in-law was 6'1". I've seen some pretty tall women too. Yeah, but like, I didn't think that, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm racist. I don't know, I'm not racist. I just didn't think that Asians grew that tall. You know how you see Asian people and they're normally little, you know? Then I'm wondering, did they do something to us? Who did what, right? When? George said, I feel small at 5'10". Oh, don't worry, George, you're taller than I am. Deb said, there's an African man with the music, Mr. Bombastic, and he's like a god, and the kids responded to him. See, that's what you need in society. Like, good, strong, lovely people to sort of guide, you know, other people. I don't know. Deb said, yes, is very tall, always been here, Hev. Raven said, my attitude is, however, 6'7". Oh, yeah, I've got an attitude that's way above my height, too. J1 said, George, David was only 5'8". Dealey said, don't worry, George, stand next to us, you'll be an instant giant. Yes, of course. Just stand next to a shorter woman, you know. Alex said, yay to our shorties, Raven. Lucette said, Hev, I don't want to see women dressed like hookers either. Yeah, exactly. But not only that, like, you know, kind of if you're overweight, you shouldn't let it all hang out. Like, I'm looking at myself going, shit, this is tight, man. Like, I need to lose some weight, man, to be able to fit this comfortably. Right, because I got a white dress on as well. It's a long sleeve white dress. It looks like a very long shirt, but, I mean, down to my ankle long. Okay? As Conchega said, Alex, I'd have to lift you up to kiss. Oh. Alex said, Hobbits unite. Yes. Way to go. Deb said, nothing new under the sun. Yeah. Selena said, Bah, I'm happy to make sandwiches. Mine are excellent. Yep. Deb said, you need to get out and have a holiday, Hev. I think I do. I just need to get out. I just don't go anywhere except the supermarket and home, pretty much. I go to my daughter's every now and then, but that's it. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. I can't afford to do anything. Fuck that. And even if I could find the people that do that all over the water, I probably wouldn't be able to afford to get on it, you know? Raven said, I'm so short I still can't reach the top shelf in a shop if I have 3-inch platform boots on. Exactly. J1 said, Hev is feeling pink again, lols. Kacheka said, Palladians. Deb said, I love feminine clothes. So do I. Del said, been a long day, Truth Seekers. I'll bid you adieu. Tips hat, adios, amigos. Selena said, giant lady with 8-inch platforms. Yeah. Everyone's saying, see you, Del. Out to lunch. Did anyone think CGI and a bunch of them? Maybe it could be. Raven said, I'm so going to listen to Diggy Hole after Hev's live is done. What? Lucette said, Icelanders are tall too. Out to lunch said, alien walking in public. Deb said, yes, I bet them would like here. She can reach the top shelf without asking. Yeah, that's a lot of trust, isn't it? Alex said, us shorties could all join together like a transform and then we'd be able to reach the top cupboards. Yeah, exactly. Just piggyback or stand on each other's shoulders, you know? Deb said, cool, Hev, water, you weigh less. Yeah. Dealey said, distinguished gentleman. Yes. George said, Peaky Blinders. Is that what it is? Because it's very, like, it looks really nice. Even with the, you know, in America, I believe they had the hats, what do you call them? Oh, shit. You know, the black hats maybe had a white thing around here. It was just, you know, it wasn't too big. Queensland, you reckon? You bet I could go for a ride there? I'm going to have to look at that next summer. Raven said 100%. Alex. Deb said he's so awesome. So many looks he can pull off. Deb said, I think your intro is motivating. George said, Peaky Blinders is a good series, even though I hate the BBC. Deb said, oral fixation. Did you just say, Hev? No, I don't think I said that during it. D. Lee said, massive physical strength is all. It is. Look, it is. It really is. Conchega said, George, is that the one with the black guy with the oxen hooves? George said, a six-pack does not look good on a woman. I don't think it does either. I think nice tummy does. Maybe a little bit of muscle, but not the six-pack. No, not so much. But, yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's got to get more fit, like everyone, you know, me included. Alex said, these men are so strong. Well, anyone's stronger than me, really, because I'm weak as piss. So a man stronger than me is good. I'll take that. Okay, which is any man, really. No, I won't take any man. Just hang on a minute. Back. Start again. I think I'm not going to say. And not the relation bit either. It's just the having someone around. Someone to, oh, God, love you. Yes, I'd have to drive on the right side of the road, not the left, which is, according to Timmy, the correct side of the road. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know how to get my passport. I've got to get my birth certificate from the United Kingdom. And I'd say my passport's going to come from there too. Oh, no. Yeah, I think what I was saying before, thank you, God, love you, Timmy, you're a legend. You know, a strong man, any man stronger than me, right? Any man is stronger than me anyway, right? But just one that, you know, wraps his arms around you from you know, whether the front or the back, you know, just holding you. For some reason from the back makes you feel like you're tiny and protected. I don't know. I'm not talking about any relations that way, okay? Just a hug. I miss a hug. I want a hug from someone. Oh, dear God. George said a six-pack does not look good in Kachega. Yeah, we responded by unless it's sitting on her naked back. Alex said agreed. With a gentle touch, it's even better, Daly. Yes. Yes, Alex, nothing nicer than a strong gentleman. Edwin said, Miss Heaven's blessings always. You too. God bless you too, Edwin. God love you. Yeah, I think somebody's got to just stop me. Like, someone's got to go, hey, Hev. You're right, mate. Didn't anyone hear the message? What's going on? Okay, Tim Air tipped and said, Hev, get your passport in order. Visit my practice. I have guest accommodations and a car for guests. You just have to get used to driving on the correct side of the road. For those who missed it, I don't know why it's not working. Wow, you didn't hear it. Okay, well, that's what he said. He said to get my passport in order and visit his practice, and he has guest accommodation and a car for guests, and I'll have to just get used to driving on the right side of the road. I'm going to have to do something. I have to break this bullshit that I'm in. Deb said, pole dancing is not just sexual, it's great exercise. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, in the right way, yes. Done the right way, yes. Alex said, we need our manly men back. None of these guy liner mascara types. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Alex said, hey, and God bless you, Edwin. George said, I'm not sure, Conchega. I only watched a few episodes with my mum, but from what I saw of Peaky Blinders, looks like a good series. And D. Lee said, Edwin, good day. Glad to see you. Raven said, I used to push my dad's 4x4 60 down the road when the bugger wouldn't start because Dad couldn't push it, lol. Oh, God love you. Deb said, good day to Edwin. Thank you for joining us. Blessings to you and your family. Everyone's saying hello. Selena said, night all blessings, everyone. You too, Selena. God love you. Deb said, no bonds went a long time ago. I thought they did. I didn't think I'd seen bonds around. Deb said, I love telling people I'm wearing no knickers. Oh, really? Deb, you're wearing bonds. If you're wearing no knickers, you're wearing bonds. Deb said, I was very fit back then. Oh, Randy said, you look marvellous. Thank you, guys. God love you. Edwin said, Miss Heaven, my granddaughter likes your white dress. You look perfect. We will include you in the upcoming YouTube beauty contest. Oh, thank you, Mr. Edwin. Dealey said, Hev does look very lovely today. Oh, thank you. Guys, I wanted to just, because I was coming back for a long time of not showing my face. Yeah. George said, I hate underwear. Always go commando. Alex said, someone might clip that. No knickers comment. They probably will. Deb said, yes, you got it. I can't remember the last part of the ad. Well done, Hev. Oh, okay, it was that. Alex said, yes, agreed. Hev looks beautiful. So, oh, God love yous. My head's not going to fit through the door soon. Alex said, take care. God bless. See you soon, Selena. Yep, and Edwin said, Miss Hev, please use your Greta Garbo cigarette holder. Yes, I've got it right here. My lovely Greta Garbo cigarette holder. Okay, Deb said, makeup on a camel, wifey of the king. Let's bring back some class, eh? What do you think? Alex said, just make sure you don't catch on the zipper, George. Ouch. Conchega said, ciao, peeps, got cats and chooks to tend to. See you, Conchega. Edwin said, God bless all Holy Friday prayers and blessings to all chat family. Yes. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Couldn't hear the robot voice and don't think Hev saw it. Yeah, that was the first one I didn't. And I had my volume down because I can hear it. But for some reason, you guys can't. Every now and then there's just a glitch in the matrix, I think. Okay. George said, I've done that a few times when drunk, Alex. Deb said, yes, Edwin. You won, Hev. Deb said, what did I not hear anything? Sorry, Timmy. Yep, Alex said, all good. That's why I was calling you. Hey, Bella, how you doing? Good to see ya. Alex said, take care. God bless. See you soon, Conchega. Everyone's saying hello. Deb said, cool Temo tonight with his bedroom voice. I have to tape it. Deb said, good to see you too, Bella. D. Lee said, wasn't that shooter's father a sheriff? Probably. Alex said, beautiful, Hev. Edwin said, D. Lee, the mother is a sheriff according to the news. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to look deeper into that. George said, Hev looks like she should be in a field of barley. Yes, twirling around too with my dress going out and everything. Not anymore. Fuck. That was fucking hot too. It's all over my legs. On stream, well done, Hev. Just spilt a whole cup of tea. Hot cup of tea. All over my legs and my nice white dress. Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, really shit. Sorry. See, I can't have nice things. This is why. I'm clumsy. I was all ladylike until now. Okay. Shit, there goes my cup of tea. Okay, I'm going to have to make another one. Let's carry on anyway. At least it didn't freaking scald my legs. Even my arm got it. I don't know if you can see the wetness spot there. Don't you just hate that? Okay, anyway, I'm going to have to look more into the shooter and... Okay, I'm all right. Okay, it was beautiful anyway, Alex, until I did that. Edwin said, Dealey, the mother is a sheriff. Yep, I'd read that. George, yep, I read that one. Field of barley. Deb said, very demure, Hev. Maria said, wow, 70s look, Hev. Anyway, hope you and everyone's well. Oh, thank you. Maria, you too. Alex said, I have to start calling to Zippy. At least it's not Bungle, George. George said, be in a field of barley. Dealey said, oh, thanks, Edwin. I thought one of the parents was. Deb said, I'd like to remind you of what you are hiding from. Dealey said, classy. Deb said, I love crafts. Dealey said, I always compliment strangers when dressed well. Yeah, it's a lovely thing to do. Deb said, tattoo couple, they're in a group that you saw walking around. Randy said, the water device you like usually works off jet skis. See them here in Canada. They must have them here then, somewhere. I want to go on one. Edwin said, Dealey, mass shooting, very serious problem here in USA since the 90s. Parents must be more attentive to their children. Deb said, let's hook Hev up for our enjoyment. Randy said, lovely hat. Did you mean to say that? Slut stick, great. Colour, white, what? Randy? Deb said, I'll have to go back to the start and snap some of Hev in the veil. Oh, yes, with my Amish little veil on. Deb said, my friend found out she's Scandinavian. Her hair is amazing. Beautiful lady. Oh, wow. Alex said, such a shame. I just wish everyone could get along and be happy. Edwin, yeah. Out to lunch said, what you want hookers to wear? Full clothes. Right from here? No. They can wear whatever they want, but when they're out in the street, they should look like a lady at least. Yes, not half-dressed. Out to lunch said, how can we tell if they are hookers? I don't know, hang a sign around their neck. Alex said, hopefully one day everyone will. George said, one day everyone will get on with each other. Deb said, Queensland, I bet you could go for a ride, Hev. Yes, that's a bit of trouble. Edwin said, Alex, people that have problems with others on YouTube have serious mental issues. We must be careful at all times. Yes. Yeah, I've seen what's going on, Edwin. It's insane. Alex said, good Google Peaky Blinders. All the men wear those suits. I've never seen it, but I know the program. Randy said, go dancing. Dealey said, you got that right, Edwin. Must always be cautious and mindful. Edwin said, Alex, Peaky's on Netflix. Excellent series. Deb said the tattoo couple wearing Mongolian clothing. Guy is the Peaky Blinder. It's the same group. Oh, so it's the same guy. George said we drive on the left in the UK. Yeah, we do here in Australia too. I'm sitting here wet. Oh, dear. It's funny as. Where was I up to? It just jumped at me. Paul said, bull nose rings, mentally disabled. Do not engage with these people. Game over. Yeah, a lot of men are thinking that way now, Paul. Yep. Tim S. said nobody heard it. Okay. Alex said, I know, I'm so grateful we have a wonderful community here, but YouTube can be a scary place full of so much hate and anger. It makes me sad, Edwin. Edwin said, Dealey must maintain our channels clean of YouTube demons. I'll block them immediately. Deb said, it's about the old days. Deb said, yes, let's get our passports. Yes, I believe so. Even this got wet. Freaking amazing. Okay, I've mopped most of it up. Shit. Okay, between here and Rumble, I'm just going to have to get a towel and mop. I'll probably get changed as well. Anyway. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. I didn't hear and it wasn't quick enough to see before it disappeared. Hopefully Hev can read it out. Alex said, no, we didn't hear it, Hev. Dealey said, yes, Edwin. Alex said, yes, group visit to Timmy. Deb said, I have my son, 6'1", give me big hugs. He has big muscles. Randy said, I'll hug you. Yeah, my son would too, but that's not like, I don't know, that's different. It's my son, you know. Nice to get a cuddle. I got a cuddle from him the other day, you know. Dealey said, wow, Timmy, nice offer. Edwin said, Miss Heaven, God bless. See you soon as always. Excellent program, excellent environment, great family chat. God bless all. You too, Mr. Edwin. God love you. Alex said, I heard it was good, but I won't watch the BBC and don't have Netflix. Edwin. George said, Americans drive on the wrong side of the road, lol. Edwin said, Alex, blessings. See you soon. Dealey said, God continue to bless you, Edwin. Take care and much love and many hugs to you. Yep. And, yeah, I read it out. Deb was saying she didn't hear. Alex said, it was a show set in 1919, the year my granddad was born. All the men dressed so smartly. Yes, they used to. I believe even up to the 50s, 60s they did. Okay, it's a bit wet. I'm a bit wet. Okay, Randy said, real men ride motorcycles. George said, take care, Edwin. Edwin said, blessings. Everyone's saying goodbye to Edwin and happy Easter and everything. And Edwin said, God bless all. And Deb said, we love our Hev. And Randy said, why ride one horse when you can ride a couple of hundred? Deb said, blessed to you and your family, Edwin. Okay. Alex said, whoops, oh no, Hev. Randy said, chivalry, yeah. Chivalry, yeah. I think that's what is missing. Chivalry, I don't know, strength, just, no, it's hard, you know. I'm missing something, I know that. And like I said, it's not those relations. Like, it's not in that way. It's just, I don't know. George said, I can see the stream, Hev, ouch. And Raven went, oh. And Alex went, that was like a ladylike reaction, though. Thank God. Deb said he's going to the gym, but he already has big muscles. Yeah, my son does that too. Dealey said sometimes you only need one to slow ride. Raven said 100% Alex. Randy said, whoops. Deb said absorbent napkins next time, Hev. I had some here, luckily. But I need a towel now. It's big. It was nearly a full cup of tea, and it's a big cup. Oh, shit. Where'd that go? Oh, dear. Alex said, sometimes I think I should have been born in an era way back when I would love to see what Victorian times were like. Oh, yeah. Deb said, I love you so much, Hev. You are so real. Yes, especially when I knock my cup of tea over on all over myself. Deb said, I like to unwrap my present because you don't know what's inside, so having nothing on, there's no surprise. Exactly. Dealey said, I drive on the left all the time, passing those on the right. They're still learning to drive. Deb said, my mum is on my case to get my passport. I really should. Raven said, I don't know what era I should have been born in, but I know this ain't the right one. Exactly. Exactly. Alex said, agreed. Much better to unwrap the gift, Deb. Yeah. Delia said, ooh, I'm right there with her on that, with you on that, Luna. Yes. George said, I need to get myself a passport, but not sure which one, English or Irish passport. I think I have to get an Irish one. I have to get a United Kingdom birth certificate. I don't know. Comes all rolled up like a scroll. Zal said, I thought you were going to Rumble, Hev. I am in a minute. I am. I'm just going to have to maybe get changed or something first now. Alex said, you cracked me up. Deb said, oh, yeah, I did say, I did read all them. Hang on. Deb said, yes, the 70s and 80s lost a lot of beautiful things. George said, leading towards an Irish passport. Alex said, for sure, I'm glad to be here to witness the greatest moment ever in history, though. Deb said, the old fella's still open doors for me. Oh, lovely. Deb said, I'm wondering which one she will pay for, the Irish. Deb said, yes, I don't come from this timeline. Alex said, I need to renew my passport, but I'm not keen on the new ones if they're all digitalised. Oh, no. Oh, it might be easier for me, though. I don't know. Deb said, I would find driving on the opposite side of the road a bit of cognitive dissonance. Yeah, I'd have to be a passenger for a while to get used to it. Anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to go and we're going to head over to Rumble. Give me about 10, 15 minutes until I just clean myself up now. Okay. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.